My name's Katie Chin, and this is my book talk with Jennifer Niven.
I am Jennifer Niven, and my novel is All the Bright Places, which is about a girl who learns to live from a boy who intends to die. You know, my mom was a writer too, and I grew up writing. She really taught me to see the story in everything. I'd always wanted to write young adult because that's what I love to read for pleasure, and I kept thinking about, what kind of idea to write, and I kept thinking about this boy that I loved years ago, and just knowing him was such a profound experience. And it was I had always kind of carried this idea around in my head that I would write about it someday and about him and our relationship, but it was so personal I wasn't sure that I ever could. And I thought that summer, you know what, I'm just going to try it and see if it works. It's when Finch gets her, runs to the nursery and gets flowers for Violet. So I'll just read this part when he brings them to her. But then she texts me as if she knows where I am and says, "I'm glad to be back. When will I see you?" I text her, "Come outside." She is there in a minute wearing monkey pajamas and Freud slippers and a long purple robe, her hair pulled into a ponytail. I come up the walk carrying the refrigerated shipping bucket, and she says, "Finch? What on earth? Why do you smell like smoke?" She looks behind her, afraid they might see. The night air is freezing and a few flakes start to fall again, but I feel warm. She says, "You're shivering." Am I? I don't notice because I can't feel anything. How long have you been out here? I don't know, and suddenly I can't remember. It snowed today, it's snowing again. Her eyes are red. She looks like she's been crying, and this might be because she really hates winter, or more likely because we're coming up on the anniversary of the accident. I hold out the bucket and say, "Which is why I wanted you to have these." "What is it?" "Open and see." She sets down the bucket and undoes the latch. For a few seconds, all she does is breathe in the scent of the flowers, and then she turns to me and without a word, kisses me. When she pulls away, she says, "No more winter at all. Finch, you brought me spring." You think about that as you're revisiting the work. You think, oh my gosh, would I have changed this? Would I have changed that? And at the end of the day, I always say, you know what, I wouldn't, because it's the book I wrote at the time, and it was, I wrote it the most honest way that I could write it. And so I wouldn't, even if now I would have written it slightly differently, because you hope as a writer you keep growing and changing, and probably writing it today I would have written it slightly differently, or there would have been different scenes, or who knows, but no, I wouldn't go back and change it. It's just been this outpouring of love and gratitude from readers all over the world who have written to me and write to me daily saying, "Thank you so much for letting me know I'm not alone. Thank you for making me feel understood, and thank you for saving my life." And it's just, I can't even begin to express how moving that is and how much that means to me, just to know that the book has impacted readers in that way. People have said, if you like Looking for Alaska by John Green, or Eleanor Park by Rainbow Rowell, or I'll Give You the Sun by Jandy Nelson, I think those are some of the books that it tends to be kind of linked with or compared to, which is amazing because I love all of those books. Even in the darkest times and the darkest places, bright places still exist, and they're all around us, and we can be bright places too. And I think in addition to that, I think the book is really about the fact that we're not alone, and it's important to talk about the way we're feeling, to know that help is out there, to know that we aren't alone, to know that we are necessary, all of us, and that we matter.